Hey everyone, imagine this. You're on a long flight, crammed in economy, but suddenly you're watching Netflix on a massive, crystal-clear 201-inch screen floating right in front of your eyes. No one else can see what you're watching. The colors pop like crazy, and the sound feels private yet immersive. Sounds like science fiction? Nah, that's exactly what these RayNeo Air 4 Pro AR glasses deliver, and they're only around $300 in 2026. Mind-blowing value, right? These could legitimately be a game changer for anyone who wants a portable big screen experience without dropping a grand on fancy VR gear. All right, let's dive in. I've been rocking the RayNeo Air 4 Pro for a while now. Gaming on my Switch, binge watching shows on my phone during commutes, even hooking them up to my laptop for some late night work. If you're coming from the older Air 3s Pro like I am, you'll notice this is mostly a refinement rather than a total revolution. But for newcomers jumping into wearable displays, this is an awesome entry point. First off, the big headline feature, HDR10 support. Yeah, these are some of the first glasses to officially handle HDR10. I was pumped to test it. Plugged in my phone, fired up some HDR content on YouTube and Netflix. The highlights get punchier, shadows deeper, and overall contrast steps up a notch. Is it night and day different from SDR? Honestly, not hugely dramatic in everyday use. I toggled it on and off a bunch, and sometimes it's subtle, like the image just feels a tad more vibrant and alive. They also threw in an AI HDR upscaling thing that tries to turn regular SDR stuff into pseudo HDR. It works okay, adds a little extra pop to non-HDR videos, but don't expect miracles. Still, in a category where most competitors skip HDR entirely, it's a nice win. On the hood, they've upgraded to this Vision 4000 image processor. It sharpens things up noticeably. Better clarity, smoother processing. Pair that with the dual 1920 by 1080 Micro-OLED displays. Full HD per eye. 120Hz refresh for buttery motion. And peak brightness around 1200 nits. The picture is seriously impressive for the price. Text looks crisp. Way clearer than on something like the older Xreal models I've tried. Reading web pages, scrolling Reddit, or even coding. It's comfy and sharp. No eye strain after hours, which is huge. Colors and contrast are another standout. These things are vibrant. RayNeo claims 145% sRGB coverage. And yeah, it shows. Movies look lively. Games feel immersive. I fired up some action titles on my Switch, and explosions and environments just popped. That said, the saturation can feel a bit over the top sometimes. Skin tones get a little too rosy, landscapes overly punchy. There's a color enhancement mode in the settings that cranks it even further. Avoid that if you want accuracy. I'd love a toggle to dial it back to more neutral colors for editing or just chill viewing. But for entertainment, it's fun as hell. Audio is handled by Bang Olufsen-tuned speakers. For them, directional for privacy. Sound leaks a little if someone's right next to you, but it's way better contained than open-ear stuff. They nailed the balance. Clear mids, decent highs without hiss, and enough bass for music and movies to feel satisfying. Not audiophile level deep rumble, but way above average for glasses like this. There's a whisper mode to quiet down even more for public use, though it does soften the quality a bit. If you're alone, crank it, you'll enjoy it more. The real magic is the plug-and-play simplicity. No apps, no setup headaches. Just USB-C to your phone, laptop, Switch, whatever. Boom, massive virtual screen. Launch your game or show like normal. Adjust brightness, and you're golden. In a world of complicated AR headsets, this straightforward approach feels refreshing. I love throwing them on during a road trip or hotel stay. Private cinema mode activated. Comfort-wise, they're lightweight, look like regular sunglasses, especially with the included shades, and the fit is solid for most heads. The temples could be a touch softer for all-day wear, but no major complaints. Now, what could be better? Resolution is still 1080p per eye. It punches above its weight in clarity, but bumping to 1440p will be a quantum leap. Sharper text, more detail in games. RayNeo, make it happen next gen. No anchored mode either. No fixing the screen in space, so it stays put when you look around. Competitors like Xreal's newer stuff have that spatial anchoring ultra-wide modes, even electrochromic dimming lenses. Those extras make productivity and immersion next level. But they cost $450 plus. Speakers could get louder for solo sessions. And yeah, that oversaturated color option would be nice to tone down. So, in 2026, are the RayNeo Air 4 Pro still worth it at $300? Absolutely yes. If you're after an affordable, no-fuss portable display for movies, gaming, travel, or just escaping with content, you get superb brightness, vibrant visuals, solid audio, and that HDR edge without gimmicks. No deal breakers, just pure enjoyment. If your budget stretches to $450 to $500, something like the Xreal One series adds anchored screens, better spatial features, and sometimes wider FOV. Great for work or more advanced AR play. Viture's options are pushing boundaries too. But if you're staying under $400 and don't need those bells and whistles, the Air 4 Pro crushes it on value. It's a budget king for a private big screen experience. Pros quick recap. Dead simple setup, killer brightness and clarity, great B&O sound, unbeatable $300 price. Cons. Colors can be too vibrant with no easy dial down. Speakers not super loud, missing anchored mode, temples a smidge stiff. Bottom line, these are awesome AR glasses at $300. If you're curious about wearable displays but don't want to splurge, grab these. You won't regret it. What do you think? Have you tried these or any other display glasses? Drop your questions or experiences in the comments. I read every one. Hit that like if this helped. Subscribe for more tech deep dives, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.